Ah, stupid Toronto. Why did
All right, are we?
Hey, bro.
Hey, we are live. Welcome to Ignite Youth live stream. So great that you have joined us here tonight, and we have some great stuff for you. I'm gonna have to make sure I mute because I'm watching us live here. Perfect. Okay. So we are gonna have a fantastic night. We have just ordered. Everyone, what do we have? We have some beautiful food for us to eat. So we are going to be eating that in a moment. I know just some people here are asking me about why we've changed. Yeah, we've moved over to YouTube. Hope you enjoy it. So glad you have decided to come in and watch with us right now. So basically, I have a question, and you can talk to us in the chat. Who do you think is going to be the first person to be able to eat their Big Mac meal? After Jillian, of course. Because
and you're saying like the entire meal?
Yeah.
Like fries, burger, and drink?
Yeah, you gotta eat the whole thing. Okay? So let us know in the chat. What do you think here?
Big meal. Hold on.
Start pulling this thing up and.
I actually. Has anyone else had dinner already? Because I've actually already had dinner.
Yeah.
I had a snack.
There's always room for more McDonald's.
I am like.
Always room for more McDonald's.
I'm like a normal, like when I just eat, I'm usually the first one done, but I'm not like a speed eater. You know?
So you're faster than Devin though, hey?
Well.
What size are your fries?
I thought I was fast, and so either I have slowed down or he has sped up, because I think I used to eat faster than him, and now he eats faster than me. But in my family growing up, I was usually first.
Oh, okay. All right, Scott, what about you?
When I was younger, I could eat like 5 Big Mac meals before my whole family finished at the table. Now, I think I'm still the one that gets up and eats the fastest.
All right. So if you were watching, I'm going to start. I think Scott is going to be able to win this challenge. I'm going to vote against myself.
You want me to eat the whole thing?
Yeah.
I'm big on McDonald's fries. Look at these. I got medium fries. I don't know if you all got medium fries, but I got medium fries. I'm pretty sure Steve got small fries.
No. I got the full on.
He's cheating on us.
I got the full on thing.
They look kind of like not quite as full as ours. Like, look at that. Like, that's pretty full up. His is kind of. I don't know.
Look at.
Yeah, Scott got. Yeah. They were generous with Scott. They needed the handicap.
And I gotta make sure the burger's made right so we can critique later. I can complain.
All right. So let's do it here. We are going to start off. If you guys in the chat here would say, who do you think is going to be able to eat the Big Mac meal the fastest? If you are right, then you're going to get some points. And okay. We think Jillian there. Perfect. Okay. All right. And we're going to start in. Let's start it off in 10, 9.
Wait. We should pray for our food.
Okay. Scott, you want to pick the food? Let's go, and then we'll get into it.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this abundant meal that Steve has supplied for us. Lord, I just pray that Jillian can beat us. You give her the strength and the courage to surpass us in this challenge, Lord. I know she can do it. I'm betting on her. We love you, and we thank you for this. We pray this all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Let's go. All right. So
wait, let's go or no?
The Big Mac here.
Oh, is that the go? Okay, go.
He's eating the fries first.
Why are you eating them one by one?
No?
Not for
No.
I
Hold on.
want fry.
You can't eat it. It's eating.
Oh my goodness.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know if
Yeah,
I'm gonna be able to finish. I think Jillian has the most votes though.
saving that for later.
I need a straw
A
for
little bit
my,
more.
they didn't give me a straw for my Coke.
Oh.
How we doing? Holy crow!
This is actually quite difficult.
You have you even taken a bite?
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Try a little bit more.
okay, Scott just got a vote.
Oh, goodness.
You can keep those votes coming. Jillian is the favorite right now.
All right. Last bit of fries. Let's go.
I haven't even started my fries.
I'm
I'm still working on my burger.
hmm
You know what's really cool is I've never eaten while watching myself, so I can actually see how messy I get.
hmm
I'm more that messy.
they didn't give me any napkins.
Oh, they gave me like 10 of them.
Oh no, I did. I got some here. One sec. Oh, I feel terrible. Okay. Guys,
Oh, is that the taste of defeat, Steve?
no, I'm getting there. I already got the burger done.
Oh, I still got burger.
Mm.
I like to taste my food.
My.
You made this challenge.
I was the creator of this.
Mhm.
Just gotta finish the Coke now.
What? No.
Done.
Oh.
Oh man, I feel terrible now. Ooh.
Okay. All right, I'm calling it that.
That's good. I can now enjoy
You
my.
know what? Exactly. And I was
Brennan
totally
is the
gonna.
winner.
I was gonna vote Brennan, but no one had voted Steve, and I didn't want to feel him let him feel left out.
Thank you for all my fans for believing in me.
You only have.
Specifically, Marcus, just Marcus.
Really,
He was right.
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Ooh.
I gotta tell you, your chewing was like triple time compared to mine. I was like,
my chewing?
go chew. No, Brandon. Brandon was like,
Oh, yeah.
Man.
No, I had about 60% of my fries left and almost all of my Coke, but I did eat the burger.
This is my first fry.
Oh, well done, Jillian. That's good.
you know, if we blended this all up in a blender,
Yeah.
Brandon would have puked 3 times.
Hey, I didn't puke that time we did it 3 years ago. I managed to hold that in. It was, I think it was the other kid that did that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, yeah,
Next week.
we got the eggnog jog for next week. Don't worry, Brennan.
Oh gosh.
That was our first challenge. We have another game that I think is going to be a lot better. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, here. Advertisements.
I got
Okay.
some ketchup for my fries.
So once that ad is done, we are going to play a game called Scriblio. Has anybody played Scriblio before?
It sounds familiar.
Okay. So this is for you guys watching us live too. So I am going to copy a link here and post it in our channel. So, okay. Everyone can click that link right now. That's in the YouTube channel. I'm going to put it in there for the people here on the live stream as well. So that's in our Zoom chat. And we need you all to click that link right now and join in our game of Scriblio. So right now, who voted? We have some people, I think. Abby voted for Brennan. So that is,
How dare
Abby
you?
has some points. Marcus has some points because he voted for Brennan. You can also get some points by winning Scriblio. So I see a couple of you guys here. Let's get joining in on the game. So, I see some more people here. Okay. We're just going to wait a little bit for you guys. Do I have any food on like any Big Mac still on my face, in my beard?
Let me look.
Oh, I'm hearing people coming on. Perfect. Okay. We'll wait a little bit longer for the rest of you guys. I know some people are coming.
I only have one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Scott definitely looks weird. I have a crown. Oh, chocolate and puddle and Isaac. Awesome. Okay. That's 9 of us here. Let's go with that. So we are going to start the game. And how this works is, chocolate is going to be choosing a word. So whoever chocolate is, that person is going to be drawing something. And we, the people, have to decide what they're drawing. Okay. That is,
We type it.
that is a jaw. It's a tooth.
How do you know if you got it right?
Oh, it'll let you know. You can type your guesses there, and it'll. Oh!
Oh,
Yes.
it goes green if you get it right, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I figured
Okay.
this out.
So I did get it eventually, and it gives you some hints partway through. Okay. So, we're getting there. Oh, it's the time's running out. Oh, all right. I've got Jelly Bean and chocolate both did well there. Now we have Blue Man choosing a word. Okay. I am currently in near last place. I'm not doing particularly well. Okay. Come on, Blue Man. Help me out here. That is a pear. I'm gonna go with
The
pear.
world.
No. No. Oh, come on.
No.
Wait, am I right? No, I'm wrong. Okay.
Oh, huh.
Jillian, how do you?
This is a game I'm good at. I like
Oh,
drawing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yes, I got
Oh, I don't got it.
it. Scott does not have it at the moment. Is not doing well. Okay. Oh, time's running out. I like the hair. That's a good addition. Whoever's doing that one.
I said vampire.
Okay, Jillian is currently
Dracula.
destroying us. Oh, Brennan gets to draw. That's ridiculous.
I said
Okay.
vampire like 5 times.
I'm glad I went and got my mouse for this because otherwise it's going to be pretty ugly.
Okay, no, Brennan, that's terrible. Okay, what do we got here? Oh. Yes. Jillian,
Oh, I don't got it.
you get too many points, Jillian.
I'm good at Pictionary sometimes. Today I am.
Jillian's points are quartered from now on out.
Also, this is my favorite food. Hint,
Oh.
hint.
Donald's French fries.
I don't know how to make this any better. There you go.
All right. Okay, that was. Oh, Scott is choosing the word here. Okay. How does one gets to choose words but me? All right. Oh wow, Scott has a thicker line here.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing.
Okay. And if you don't know, the top shows you how many letters are in the word above the thing. That might help. Oh, that's the thing that okay.
What in the world?
That's a good drawing. It is very good.
There's chocolate. You spelt it wrong, but you're close.
I don't know what else to do for you.
That's pretty good.
It's very good. Just needs to not be black.
No. Yeah, you can change the color. Drawers.
What?
Oh.
It was a minion.
It was a minion. It was pretty good.
It was
It
very
was
good.
pretty good. All right, Abby is in there.
Mm.
Terrible.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Who is Steve?
Oh, my spelling is horrible too. Don't worry about it. That is.
She's drawing with her finger.
I also have no clue how to draw this.
Huh.
You're doing great.
Draw this.
Human.
Hmm.
Not a human.
No, there is no way to draw this.
Hmm.
Can I just spell it out?
No.
Oh, did somebody? Oh no, a guy joined. Welcome, Guy. It's great to have you here with us.
There's a way to draw everything. Let's try this. Nope.
Oh, that was a good guess.
Nope.
Oh, it's got a Z.
Huh. Blue Man got it.
Wow, good.
I'm blanking.
Oh.
Oh.
I like
Hey,
drawing.
there we go.
Oh, that was a very hard word to draw.
Yeah, that is hard.
That was
Ooh.
quite a challenge.
Oh my goodness.
To draw.
My fries are cold now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hi Nathan. Nathan, if you haven't, we are playing Scriblio right now, so you can click that link and join us in Scriblio. It's right above us in the YouTube link there, and okay, and then you can guess what is being drawn here. This is a man with clothes.
Oh boy. I'm so sorry, folks.
Great,
Dang it.
great guesser.
I don't
Not,
know if you can delete.
not
No,
a good.
it's just I don't have a mouse, it's just a trackpad. Okay.
Okay, Jillian, definitely better guesser than drawer. Okay.
How much time do I have?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Wow.
It's really hard with the trackpad.
Nathan is Guy. Okay. Hi, Guy. We have.
Oh boy, I'm sorry, folks.
Tuxedo. Oh.
Oh.
I
That's
was
tough one.
trying to do like the tuxedos are the ones that have like the things at the back, right? Like the
Now that-
long tail.
Now that it's tuxedo, your drawing actually makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Um.
I'm sorry, I let you all down. Bow tie. Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Okay, I picked a hard word and I probably shouldn't have, but here we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I don't want the okay. I want the
Oh boy.
Oh.
and then we're gonna get the
I think my streak is going down. I'm not feeling as confident after that.
then
Uh,
Um,
mm,
no.
Huh.
It's no.
Anime.
yeah, I was
That's-
not gonna get that from that.
Come on. All right. Every guy, who else is gonna have blue or yellow hair if it's not an anime?
I was thinking Sonic or something, maybe.
No. Okay, we're gonna
Abby has blue hair
And purple.
and purple.
and she would do great in an anime.
I have blue and purple hair too.
I have purple hair.
I'm not doing so good anymore, folks.
That is okay. Oh,
Why?
C. What is the significance
What
of
is?
C?
I
like
don't know.
I like the chocolate guess. It could be like little pieces of chocolate.
C.
C is very important.
Yeah,
Does it start
somehow.
with a C?
Oh,
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
Jillian.
Jillian got it.
Crop.
Bro.
Oh.
oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, we have oh. Okay, two more of I think this one and then one more, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right. That is some sort of, that does look like a P. Okay, I'm liking the colors. Yes, it's not boats apparently. Okay, green, okay. And that's all green. I love just fill it right out there for us. It ends in what is that, I or an L? Okay.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh. Nope. Nope. Faux was a good guess, Scott. I think that's very good.
No.
Oh.
Hmm?
I feel like this is a very good drawing and we're all just missing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think this is just us being ding dongs and not knowing what to do.
Shell.
Wow.
Oh.
That's pretty good. That's a tough one. All right. Ancestor is going to be our final guess, and then we're going to see who has the most points other than Jillian. All right. So, old, great guess, Scott. Great guess. Ancient might be good too.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
look how fast he's going.
Excellent drawing.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Great job, Ross. I
My
think that's
favorite
Ross.
thing about this whole game is that I'm pretty sure Jasmine tried to kick Jillian out of it.
Hey, Brennan, I thought you finished first. Why do you have more things that you're drinking?
It's just the ice.
Oh,
Do I
cheater.
have to, do I have to eat all the ice too?
Come on. I don't know. I didn't even
All right.
have ice in mine, so I had to drink more pop.
Oh, we'll let Rachel do one word here.
Don't let me.
One final one. Okay.
Oh, this is a long word.
Oh wow,
Two
that is
words.
a very long word. Oh. Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh.
I know the
I
last
like
word.
it. I like it.
Probably spelling it wrong.
You're doing great, Rachel.
No, that's very good. I know the last word. I'm just trying to get the first word. Because I thought it was sailboat, but it's not. Oh,
Pirate ship.
Ah,
Oh.
Very, very good. Okay. All right.
Oh, see the plank. She drew the plank too.
All right, we are going to move on, but Blue Man was our champion for that. If anyone wants to guess here on this one, I don't even know how long this game goes. Does it do on?
This is round 2 of 3, it looks like.
Okay, all right. So I think everyone's already done all of it here. So we are going to, oh, that's actually pretty good here. That looks like anime right now to me. That looks like anime. Cool hair. Oh,
I could not tell you.
Ah.
oh. Yeah. Was I the first person to get it?
Well done, Steve.
Okay. All right. On that note, we are going to leave the game and say that Blue Man with 2,000 points is our champion. So we're going
Blue
to
Man is Marcus. Who's behind Marcus?
who was behind Marcus? I shut it down. I think
Abby, I think.
Abby. Okay. We're going to give it over to Abby. Good job. All right. Well done, everybody. Abby, you guessed Brennan. You picked the right person there, and you won our challenge there on Scriblio. Well done. We are going to now say goodbye to Jillian and Scott. They are going, but you can still keep up with us on the live stream part.
Were we going to chat about our weirdest foods?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I totally forgot about that. So,
Jillian put a lot of thought into this.
yeah. So on that note, before you guys go, since we ate disgusting food today, what was the strangest thing you have all ever eaten? And we're going to start with Scott.
I've eaten a lot of strange foods because of where I've traveled and everything, but I think the weirdest and will always be the weirdest is tarantula on a stick, basically street food, down in Peru and Chile, and you can also get it in Japan if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
But yeah, so like what's weird about it, it has a good taste and everything. It tastes pretty decent, but then you get all the little hairs, little burnt hairs in your mouth, and sometimes they're sharp and pointy. So yeah.
That sounds horrific. Andrew Brown just said hi. I'm going to assume that you're Elan or Lauren. So hello. Great you're here with us. I'm sorry you had to hear that Scott had to eat.
I didn't have to. I chose to.
Chose to eat a tarantula. That's disgusting. Brennan, what about yourself?
Yeah, I'd have to go with Scott there. It's street fruit from Japan was the weirdest thing I've ever had. It was either squid that was on a stick, barbecued and like put with like barbecue sauce on top of it. It was actually pretty good, a little chewy. I think that I don't know, they might have overcooked it, but I don't know if you can't overcook squid. Or it was like little octopus balls where they put a little piece of like octopus in like this breading ball with like some nice like sauce in the middle. It tastes pretty good, but the texture is weird because it's like soft on the outside but chewy in the middle. And like it's something you got to get used to. Scott's probably tried it out too. It's pretty good.
You got lucky because they also have like dog and cat as part of their street foods and rat.
Well,
No. They're doing that.
I see in the chat people talking. People have eaten a chicken foot. People have cookie with soy sauce, pig brain.
Oh.
So there's some stuff there. I had frog's legs once, and that was definitely the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. I think it's just in your head too, because you know you're eating a frog's leg, so you feel disgusting about yourself. Jillian, what about yourself?
Um, I couldn't really think of like weird food that I've eaten, but I had a weird experience with food in Paris. We went to a restaurant that was a fondue restaurant, and first off, the tables were like wall to wall, so there was no in between. So in order to get to like the bench seating by the wall, they actually pull a section of the table out, and you step on a chair, step over the table, and then sit down, and they push the chair towards you. So that's the first thing that we did. And then they served wine in a baby bottle. So that was, yeah. And then it was fondue. So it was just very strange. And I think if I remember correctly, it had something to do with taxes and not having to pay taxes if it was served. I don't know.
That sounds like a pretty weird French thing. Okay.
It was, yeah, kind of cool, but.
All right. Well, that is okay. So that's some gross stuff, and we're going to be talking a little bit about kind of stuff like that in a little bit. But we're going to do that with just Brendan and myself. So thank you so much, Jillian and Scott, for sharing your disgusting stories. We will catch up with you guys on the live stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so now we are going to, Lauren ate a rock. That is disgusting. Okay, so Brennan, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And we're going to be talking a little bit about what we consume. And we've consumed some pretty gross food here tonight. I think it's gross. But we're not going to be talking about that specifically. We're going to be talking about what is fed to us by our society. And here's the thing. Brennan, let me ask you a question. How many advertisements do you think you see every day?
That's a tough one, because every single time you open your phone on like Facebook or Instagram or something like that, you're probably getting at least like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to know. Probably I'm going to say like 200 plus.
200 plus. Okay, so good guess. I probably would have guessed something like that. Actual answer, around 6,000 to 10,000 advertisements that we see every day. So our society is basically putting a funnel up to our mouths and just shoving as much crap as possible down our throats. And they do that to make us think and live a certain way. They do it to make you feel terrible about yourself, so bad about yourself that the only way for you to fix it is by changing you. And the only way to change you is by buying a certain thing. And here's the thing. Yeah. If you do all that, if you buy all the things and do everything they tell you to do, it's not going to help, and you'll just feel terrible at the end of it. Kind of like you feel right now after eating that Big Mac. How do you feel, Brennan?
Yeah, stomach's a little grumbly. I don't know if I was too happy about either the food that I ate or how fast I ended up eating it, but
yeah. So McDonald's,
it's
they have their pictures of the great food that they show us, and you think, oh, my hunger is going to be satisfied if I eat this Big Mac, and it looks so good. But then it arrives in your door and it's kind of squished and the cheese is falling out one side. And after you do the thing that they tell you to do, you buy the Big Mac and you eat it, you feel awful.
Yep, I can agree with that.
Yeah. But that's actually the same as what goes on with all this other stuff. We're fed so much information. The world is shoving stuff down our throats. Through social media, through peer pressure, through TV, school system, music, etc., everything. And for the next few weeks, we're going to be looking into how Jesus calls us to live and what he is saying we should fill ourselves with, and how he's telling us to be spiritually, physically, and emotionally healthy. We're going to be starting this series called You Are What You Eat. You're talking about filling us up with good stuff instead of garbage like Big Macs and fries and everything. So I brought in someone who I think is a pretty healthy person, and that is my friend Brennan here. And Brennan, tell everybody here, they might know you, they might not know you too well. Tell them a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you got into that.
Yeah, so my name is Brendan Smith. I'm a triathlete currently based out of Victoria. I'm sure most of you guys see me around youth group. I've been going, well, I started in the youth group when I was in grade 10. So I've missed a couple years there, but otherwise I think I've been going at it for 6 years now that I've been with you guys. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that is
I guess
awesome.
you can say my day job is I'm a professional athlete. Yeah, I'm a triathlete full time. I'm racing or was racing mainly Olympic style racing with triathlon, and gonna see if I can get into some longer distance, like 4 hour to 8 hour races. So
Because a triathlon just wasn't long enough for you?
yeah, 2 hours is just way too short. You have to go to the full 8 hours. That's that's where all the fun starts to happen.
And what got you into that? Why would you do that?
I think for me it was sitting there in the television and watching Simon Whitfield, who is a guy that you guys might not know him because he's retired out of the sport now. But in 2000, he won the gold medal in the Olympics for triathlon, and in 2008, he got the bronze in Beijing.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, and I was 11 years old on the front of the television watching him race, and I was like, "Oh man, that is so cool! A Canadian can go and do this and can race professionally at this."
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where it just struck me. I started running in middle school cross country. Was swimming my entire life and just like kind of fit together one summer and haven't looked back since, and it seems normal to me now. So
Well, there you go. All right. So you have obviously competed in a lot of races, done that, and you pretty much do like some form of training, running every day. And when I was looking at this verse, I thought about you. So I want to read it to everyone right now, and then hopefully you and I can maybe unpack some stuff for the youth group from this passage. And it's in Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. This is what it says. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. And let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. So, as someone who runs a lot, maybe you've thought of this verse before. Does anything stick out from that passage for you?
Yeah. So for me, I have thought about that verse a little bit because it is pretty easy when you are running and getting in those environments where you're racing and stuff to like keep your eyes just dead ahead in front of you, or like even just sometimes looking at your feet.
Yeah.
And you're kind of looking at what you're doing right now in that moment, and you're not really looking forward, and you're not looking at the finish line, I guess, in races in a sense, but in life, that's kind of like you're looking forward towards God, and you're kind of trapped up in the moment, and you think everything around you is everything that there is. But if you lift up your head up a little bit, you'll see like, where you have to go, what's going to happen. And, in life, you have to look forward and see to what God has planned for you.
Yeah, and I imagine, because I've done much shorter. For me, like a 10K is like a pretty long run, and throughout that whole time, my mind's going all over the place. And you're right, that idea of just looking ahead, like what you have coming. For me, one thing that's really cool about running is a story from not too long ago, maybe about half a year ago. I got into running about a year and a half ago, and I just kind of like about 6 months in, I kind of stopped. I just got lazy or whatever. And it was in the middle of COVID, and I remember just walking around or driving around my neighborhood, and I would see this older, bigger guy, and he was always running. Like I saw this guy every day. He was out, wasn't going fast, but you could tell he was giving it all. He was sweating and consistently going out.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, if that guy's doing it, I can too. And that's one thing about running is you inspire other people when you run. You talk about like Simon Whitfield with you. that's someone who was running and he inspired you to be better. And then you can do that. And it's kind of the same in our faith. When we're running that good race, we kind of inspire others to run it alongside us too.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense to me. Like, for me, I love going back and like going to a swim club or something like that and seeing all the kids when they're first starting to swim and like just even coaching them for a little bit and like, or doing a little run clinics with some athletes and like seeing the kids when they were young. I was like, oh, I was exactly like you when I was growing up. And like, they're probably looking up to you the way that you looked up to those older athletes. And it's very much the same way in your faith, like being surrounded and encouraging the younger, disciples in faith to continue and like learning and growing in your faith together. And like, for me, I love that stuff. Like coaching those younger athletes, you learn so much about yourself. And it's the same way with, a youth group. You're talking to these kids every day and you're learning stuff yourself every time you talk to them.
Yeah. And shout out to Ross. He's been doing that since I was young. So
yeah, he was. I think he was my youth leader too. Yeah. So
that is fantastic. All right. So So I guess we kind of talked a little bit about it, but why do you think the Bible compares living life as a Christian to a race?
I think, it's just like a perfect metaphor for life. And it's a very short, intense version of life is as a whole, right? Like you're completely focused on what's going on. And you just kind of, it's perfect in that way for it. But I think in life, it's actually a little bit more forgiving than in a race. Cause if you stop looking where you're going in the middle of a race, you can either fall off or like injure yourself or hurt yourself. Or if you turn the wrong way, like you might get disqualified or something like that. But in life, and especially in our mission, in our path with God, it's okay to fall off once in a while too. And it's, God will be there. He'll be waiting for you to take the right turn and get back on a course, and you won't get disqualified, and you won't, you can pull out whenever. That's, it's not perfect, but you can jump back into the race whenever,
Well, and that's true. Like, and for you, kind of on the very high end of competitive level, every second matters. But I think of like running as in general, like when I go out to run the TC 10K, I'm not planning on winning that. That's clearly not going to happen. And there's like 10,000 people there, and pretty much everybody but 5 people know they're going to lose. So we're all just going there, and we're doing the best that we can with what we have. And I think of our life as a Christian, kind of the same thing. You have all certain gifts, and it's not like you're going to win and be the best Christian, but you're going to do what you can do. You're going to run the race that you can with what God's given you, which I think is a really cool metaphor too. So
no, that's awesome. Yeah, like you don't have to always go there and be the best and be the, it's pushing yourself and like seeing what you can do, and getting the best out of yourself, I think, is the most important thing, rather than like winning on the day necessarily.
Well, and it's really important, because I know a lot of people, especially young people, like you can beat up yourselves for when you look at other people who are doing certain things, and you're like, well, what can I do? Like, I can be a friend in my high school, or I can invite my friend out to youth group, and there's just these little things, and you feel like you're not doing much. You're doing great. So you're running the race that God laid out for you. So I want you to know that, and kind of get that attitude that it's not as much a competing with everyone else thing, that it's doing the best with what you have.
Exactly.
So you talked a little bit about this too, but when you're in the middle of your race, what do you focus on? What is it the finish line? Is it how much everything hurts? Something else? What is it?
You think of so many different things. It totally depends on how you're feeling on the day. Like sometimes you have amazing days where it's weird. Your brain almost just kind of shuts off to a certain point, and you just kind of run on instinct and just, things just kind of happen. And I think that's because I've been racing for so long, you kind of develop that ability to do that. But I think it's more on the bad days or the so-so kind of days where that's when your brain starts kind of thinking about stuff, and you get all kinds of weird thoughts in your head. Sometimes it's like really good, like, oh, I feel strong, and like, or sometimes it's like, why in the world am I doing this? And why did I choose to do this as my profession? Or you start thinking about like just the pain you're in, or like, what's going on. And, or I find myself sometimes when you're running, you're just literally counting down the kilometers or the steps until the finish line so you can get this darn thing over. You're like, 500 meters, I can run that in 2 minutes. That's 120 seconds. If I count to 10, 12 times, I'll be done.
Well, there you go, right?
But
That's funny. It's all over the place. And
yeah,
I think life can be the same way. And in this passage here, the writer of Hebrews just says, fix your eyes on Jesus. And this is in our race of life, I guess. As a Christian believer, fix your eyes on Jesus, because I don't know. I'm not on the competitive level of things, but when your mind is, I speak to the spiritual life when I'm fixed on COVID and all my thoughts are about COVID and government regulations and things that I can't do. I know that I'm not more loving, more joyful, more peaceful, more patient, more kind than I was before, and I'm actually becoming less and less of those things, which is bad.
Yeah.
When I get my mind stuck on really anything other than Jesus, I just become a worse person, and I'm running a worse race. I guess to focus in on that. Is there any ways, I guess, that maybe help you focus on Jesus in your spiritual life instead of everything else?
but yeah. So like, I'll actually go back to your last point if you don't mind, because it's actually really interesting that you say that, because it's very much the thing with when you start having those negative thoughts in your head in the middle of a race, is they can completely derail you, and you can start to perform not at your best, or in your life, when you start focusing on the wrong things in life, it can definitely take you off the path. And the most important thing in those kind of moments in a race is to try and break those thoughts as fast as you can, and try and get back to something that's a little bit more positive, or trying to like fix your gaze and back onto God and back onto Jesus. And you still might not have the best race of your life if you start thinking about the right things to think about in the middle of a race, but you're going to do better than you were going to do having those negative thoughts in your head. And that's the most important thing, is like getting the best out of yourself in that moment, and just kind of dealing with what you got. Because sometimes you just, in life, it can be hard. It can be not a fun time, like, with COVID and stuff. Sometimes it's like, and you can either let yourself get really down in the dumps with it, or you can, fix your gaze back on God and say, all right, this is what we got right now, and we're going to do the best of it. And I know if I trust in you, we can keep pushing, do the best.
That's so good. Yeah, because gets back to this point, like you're running your race, whoever you are, and to fix your eyes on Jesus, no matter who you are. And then we all have our different limitations. There's a lot of stuff that we can't do right now, but you're going to be running your best race when your eyes are fixed on Jesus. So we need to train to do that. So tell me a little bit about your training for running. Is it about eating the right stuff? Is it about making sure you work out a lot? I don't know what happens.
Yeah, so it's definitely all of that stuff. It's all of how it mixes together, and like it's about making sure you get the right amount of sleep and right kind of food and at the right times, and getting the right kind of training in, because like it's a fine line. You can either train too much and burn yourself out, or you can train not enough and not get enough out of yourself. And that's something you can you learn how to feel what your body is telling you. And like, for me today, I felt crummy on the swim, so I took it a little easier, and then I took a bit of a nap and then came out and ran really well. So that was great. And then hopped on the bike and biked, and then had gym. But
cool. Well, and in because I think that's the exact same as our spiritual lives too. In our faith, it's about balance. We need things that fill us up, give us energy, and then we need to be doing and acting out our faith. So I guess what are some things that fill you up spiritually?
Yeah, so the main things that fill me up spiritually are probably like going to church, being surrounded by other Christians, and just kind of talking about your faith and exploring that, and like having a couple people to sit down at the end of the sermon and talk about how the ideas going through your head and like what you all think of it and what each individual person pulls out of it. I think that's pretty cool seeing the differences on that. But a lot of the times it's, through acting in your faith, it also fills me up. You feel, I don't know, a sense of, it's hard to explain, but contentment or like, spiritual well-being when you do good things for other people. So sometimes it's like, I don't know, I'll help out with young adults and do Cobb's bread and like package up some bread and hand them out to people in the community. And sometimes I get to see a couple of the people from youth group as well and just talk with them an extra time a week in person, which is pretty cool. Or doing youth group, like just hanging out with the kids in person. It's fantastic. And like, they just have so much energy. It's hard not to pick up that from them and just kind of carry that off into yourself into the rest of the week.
Absolutely. So it's just, the balance of consuming and going to young adults, taking in the service, and then doing for you with serving in Cobb's Bread and in youth ministry. I'd say the same for me. And I really want to shout out even some of the students. I know youth groups a little bit harder now. It's weird. We're online here on a live stream, but I know you're still being filled up in certain ways, whether this is part of that, that'd be awesome, or whether it's your family or anything like that, but you're still going out and doing stuff. I know some of you are finding ways to care for your neighborhood. Some of you have really cool ideas over Christmas to bake cookies for people and sing carols. Others just served people in their neighborhood or helped out around the house more. So there's lots of things that you guys are doing to act out your faith. And I encourage you guys to keep doing that and don't minimize anything that you do, right? If you're kind in your school, that's your mission. That's how you're acting out your faith. If you sharing your lunch, or maybe that's not COVID friendly right now, I guess maybe don't share your lunch right now, but there's also a whole bunch of ways to be able to care for people, make people feel welcome and loved. And we're going to be having actually a few different ways to do that. Once COVID permits, we're going to be having some people going downtown to serve food to people. We're going to be having people help out on a farm. And this is a farm that just grows food, and all of that food gets donated to low-income families. There's going to be other ways for you to get involved and serve, care for people, and live that balanced life. So I think that's what we have for our conversation. Thank you so much, Brennan, for being with us here to talk a bit about that. And we're going to continue talking about this balanced life, because we talked about before, you're getting so much stuff shoved at you about how you should live. And it's unhealthy. A lot of the stuff that the world is telling you isn't actually the best way to live. We're going to be unpacking how Jesus is telling us to live that spiritually healthy life. And we're going to be talking about and identifying some of the things that we're consuming and if those are healthy for us or not. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to pray. And then on the chat here, I'm going to just post a link to our Discord. If you guys would like to keep on talking and hanging out with us, you can join us on Discord. And we would love to continue to talk with you there. So I'm going to pray. And then if someone wants to, if any of you, I don't know if any of you don't know our Discord. If you don't, just write a comment in the chat there, and we'll send you a link to our Discord, and we'll head it over to there. So let me pray for you guys, and we'll move on to that. God, thank you so much for Brennan, that he is here to share with us a little bit about who you are and how you've helped shape him live a healthy lifestyle, not just physically, but spiritually as well. And he's running a good race, God, and he's doing what he can do as he's serving in Cobb's and in youth ministry, God. And thank you so much for our students and the race that they're running. God, I pray that they would continue to be filled with good stuff that helps them to run this race, to be spending time with you, learning more about who you are, being filled with your love so that they can go out into the world to love others, God. I pray that we just have a great discussion over on Discord and a great night. In your name I pray. Amen. All right. So I'm just going to check on YouTube here if anyone. No, it seems like you guys all know where Discord is. So we will see you guys there. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we'll talk to you over.